Welcome to the breakdown, episode 479. Powered by Gemini. Sponsored by Gemini. Powered by G Media. Hold on, we're gonna start this over. Absolutely not. I felt like a king just now. Hold on. Absolutely not. Hold on. Absolutely not. I felt like a king.
Always Flex
God
foam
damn
stays
it,
dry
I need the
and fresh.
subscription to YouTube.
See what foam can do for you.
Come on, man. All right. Here we go. Let's start this over. Oh my God. I'm thinking that everybody's hearing the music. And now you hear it. Episode 479, the breakdown. Shout outs to those who actually went ahead and said, hey, man, your shit's off. Appreciate that, man. Good looks, man. I'm out here nodding my head, thinking like you're acknowledging the king. Just can't get it right. Just can't get it right, can I? There we go.
Time to take a chance to fly, feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares can't deny. Better find a place to hide.
Woo!
Here to tell you what I know. No one wants to be alone. Like a virus in your soul. Don't give up and take time to take a chance to fly. Feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call, you can't deny. Better find a place to hide.
All right, we're ready. 11:30 a.m. till 1 p.m. The Breakdown, 479. Sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name is David Gokhshtein, the founder of G Media. Founder and CEO of G Media. Shout out to the entire crew. All right, where's the goddamn music? We'll turn that shit off. All right, listen, enough. We're good with my entrance music, my theme music. Feel like a wrestler. Feel like I'm just walking into the ring or some shit. All right. All right. Calm down, guys. Yeah. Relax. I know you see. I know you haven't ever seen perfection, and today you wake up. By the way, if anybody's on the XTV app, you're looking at me and you're like, holy fuck, who is this gentleman? Wow. Who is that? Oh boy. Shit hits you harder than coffee, doesn't it? There we go. All right, welcome to the Breakdown, man. A lot to discuss. Might have somebody coming on today. A little confusion, a little miscommunication. Seems like this constant miscommunication going around when it's time to come on the show. We'll see what we have coming on. It is 11:49. We still have people crying. Yo, have you not been here before? Have we not been here before? Have we not seen the market go? You know what? Honestly, man, this shit hurts. Fuck this shit. Yo, I'm ripping up. Hold on. I am ripping this shit up. Hold on. Fuck this. You know what? It's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. It's over. It is over. We are back in the bear. I don't want to hear it. By the way, I don't want to hear it from anybody. Back in the bear. Back in the bear. You know, we're either back in the bear, okay? We're either back in the bear, convincing ourselves that all this is going to come back. Now, let's keep it 100. All right, I want to have an honest conversation with everybody. It's not like we don't have honest conversations to begin with, but let's have a conversation. I've been through many cycles. A lot of you guys have been through a lot of cycles. Hold on. These are nerves. It's nerves, man. It's nerves. So I always, I always remember when the bull run actually hits and we start moving like crazy and the charts start going up, the charts start like fucking running. And when they start correcting, two red wicks to one green candle. And it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna recover right now. We're gonna recover right now. And then we're all looking at our round trip tickets. Now, I'm not saying that the bull market is done. I'm not saying that the bull market is done. All I'm saying is that you can look at this stuff and really be like, if you have been here for cycles, sometimes those thoughts might creep into your head like, yo, is this, are we in that part where, hold on, I'm actually laughing. I'm laughing because like I'm thinking about previous runs and how like when the runs close out, we're all praying that next dildo is the one that actually sends the market to the next level, but that next dildo is really just to keep us in while they take us out, kind of thing. No, I'm just laughing. I'm actually just thinking out loud. Just thinking out loud. um I obviously don't think that the bull market is over. I'm having some. I'm laughing. I gotta laugh. I can't stop laughing. I gotta laugh. This is fucking hilarious. This is fucking hilarious, yo. The comments that I've been reading on the timeline have made me. I'm literally laughing from them. A lot of people are like, yo, what the fuck? I was up big. Did I round trip? Is this what y'all call round tripping? I got the giggles. I can't stop laughing. Holy shit, this is funny. Ah. Yo, hold on. Time out. Time out. Somebody call it. Yo, where's the coach? Call the timeout, man. Ooh. Oh man. Hold on. I gotta chill out. I gotta chill. I gotta chill out. I gotta chill. Because I might be scaring people, so I gotta chill. All right, David, chill out. We're gonna be fine. We're not round tripping. Everything looks, everything looks fantastic, man. Woke up to the markets looking. Woo, boy. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Give me a second. I'm trying here. I'm trying. I am trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, look. Don't look at the markets. Just turn your. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this episode. I can't stop laughing. All right. You know why I'm laughing? I'll tell you why I'm laughing. Hold on. I was looking at the Bobo comments and like, the some of these cats have been in Bobo and they're like, "Yo, I'm tough. I'm ready. I'm about to dip." And then like the shit's obviously gone backwards, and like you have people questioning themselves, and like I read a few comments and I was just fucking had tears. Yo, oh my god. Oh my lord, man. Everything obviously has taken a we need this child. Hold on. You have time, man. I gotta hold on. We gotta play some music. Cause oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. All right. Oh. Look at this jackass. Yo, who's this jackass DiCaprio, bro? Guy's a jackass, bro. I've been buying while you've probably been selling on me. These are the people that talk shit like this guy DiCaprio are the ones that dump on your forehead. Like this is the guy who tells you not to sell, but he's selling. Call him out. When you see this guy on Twitter, okay? This guy right here who's in love with me has a poster in his room, okay? Full-fledged poster of my face on the wall. This man right here is the one dumping all his fucking $3.44 on you, okay? This is the guy. This is the guy that will shame you into holding, okay? These are the people that shame you into holding. Shame you. They tell you, hey, you're selling. Meanwhile, you haven't sold a goddamn thing, but they're selling. These are the people that sell on you. The shamers. The shamers are the ones that sell on you. Just remember that. Anybody on the timeline running their mouths are the ones that are selling and selling and selling on top of your foreheads. It's not the people that actually say that they're holding, because the people that say that they are holding, those people do hold. They hold, and they hold. This guy is an example of a person who shames, and dumps on your head. I've been there. I've seen all of it. Okay? I am these people's exit liquidity. That is right. Just remember, there's a lesson for you, everybody. Do not trust anybody that shames anybody, because the shamers are the sellers. Remember that. The shamers are the sellers. That is it. Thank you, DiCaprio. You woke me up just now. You got rid of my giggles, and you got rid of the laughter. The shamers are always the guys that sell and then say, how dare you? Like, I've seen it. You know me because you got a poster of me on your wall. You're on my goddamn show. You know who this is. You know me. You know who I am. And I love people like you that come on to the show to have a discussion with me, to go ahead and put out laws. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. I am very serious. I am a very serious person. And I hate sell shamers. Had that happen to me, had the shamers come at my neck. These guys came out my neck with the lazy lion shit. I remember when I sold a lazy lion and the shamers came at me. They held the spaces, 3,000 people in a space. They told me to pull up. They told me to pull up, and they shamed me for selling a goddamn lazy lion NFT. Everybody remembers that. They all remember that. Shame me for no reason. You have posters of me, bitch. Do not even lie. You got some posters of me, and I don't know what you do with those posters. I don't even want to talk about it. That is disgusting. And this is a PG-13 show. And I want to keep it that way. Anyway, welcome to the breakdown. I was laughing because reading these comments on the timeline are hilarious. By the way, I just want to real quick before I get into that, welcome everybody from YouTube, from Rumble, from LinkedIn. And we're still working on TikTok because they got some weird ass API to connect to this goddamn program. But we'll be on there, TikTok. I can't wait to make the renegade dances. I can't wait. I can't wait to TikTok my ass on TikTok. But you either see these markets and in the traditional markets, the crypto market, you either see this as an opportunity or you're just a bitch. And I tweeted this out today. I tweeted this out and I really mean it. I mean it. And I'm going to read it out. Where the hell is my goddamn thing? I'll read it out for you guys, if I can get to it. So this is what I believe. We've got a lot of people who only believe in this industry when the charts are green. I'm going to read that again. We've got a lot of people who only believe in this industry when the charts are green. I fully believe that. That statement that I made today, I believe that. I believe that you guys are so fickle. You really don't believe in this industry. You are here. Hold on. Let me get this guy out. He shouldn't be here. Bye. See you later. Have a nice day. You're only here and you're only happy when it's green. And I only hear from you when it's red. Red days are not for you. Red days are definitely not for you. I've seen it on the timeline today. For me personally, none of this affects me. Not at all. The laughter only comes from the shit that I've seen on social media. No conviction. You guys don't believe in building a foundation. You don't believe in participating in assets and in projects that have built out a strong foundation led by genuine leaders. No. You judge a project by its price. You judge a project by its market cap. And if that's what people do or would do in the real world, in the traditional markets, every company would fail. Every single company would go belly up. You guys have showed me that you have never, and I mean never participated in the traditional markets. You have never invested. You've never even invested into cleaning your underwears. You guys, every single time I come onto social media, you make me laugh. Like I laughed today. I got to replay this entire show. I could not stop laughing because I read your comments. You have no belief. Let's start with Bobo. I'm reading comments on Bobo and I see people fainting. See people losing their faith. You didn't have faith to begin with. You had no faith. You had no conviction. You guys would have never made it in Bitcoin. I got to tell you, you guys would have never, ever made it in Bitcoin. Your thesis on how a market works is it's supposed to always go up and profit taking is never supposed to happen. That's how the markets work. Let me let you in on a little secret. We want to make sure that people take profit because we don't want them taking profit when we're at 250K on Bitcoin. We want them to take profit now. And we, people like me, want to get in at better entries. So if the market were to go back into the 40s, which it won't, but I wish it would, I would love to get in position. Bitcoin, 40K, I would love to accumulate that motherfucker. Would love to. You guys don't understand that. You guys don't listen. You guys don't want to surround yourselves with people that actually know the markets, the traditional markets, the crypto markets. You guys are so privileged. You haven't worked for anything in this crypto space. Haven't. You're spoiled. You are legit spoiled. I've said this so many times, and I'll say it again. This is the easiest bull market of all time. Compared to all the other cycles, this one is easy. Easy. So much so that I can say that all you have to do is sit on your hands and do nothing if you already accumulated your positions. You don't have to do a goddamn thing. Just sit on your hands. Take out a notepad like this. Okay, I know you've never seen a notepad. Take out a notepad like this. Write out when you want to take out of your positions at one numbers. Sit back and relax. That's it. That's all you have to do. Meanwhile, I see a bunch of little bitches running around here scared. Scared. Crypto's dying. Crypto's dead. Who said? The recession's going to happen. Guess what? If a recession happened, do you know where people would go and take their money? And you know where they would put it? It's a Bitcoin. They would seek safe haven in crypto. They will look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, if a recession were to happen. You guys know nothing about the economy. Zero. Now, I blame the school system. I blame the school system for a long time because they did not teach you. They did not teach anybody about finance. So you're scared. It's understandable. But you've been here way too long now. You've been listening to shows like mine, Spaces, reading threads, fucking 125-page threads on markets, and you still cry. You still don't get it. You sell into the red. What can I say? What is there left to say, man? There is nothing left to say. You guys just refuse to up your game. You refuse to learn. What more can be said? You participate in fuckery every single day. I keep telling you guys, participate in fuckery and you'll be fucked. Now you're running around all confused, asking people, looking, searching, what should I do here? The markets are going back. I don't know what's happening. Help me. Having panic attacks live. Crazy. It's crazy. You want somebody to save you. I'm not here to save you. Not anymore. You know what? I was brought up with tough love. Discipline. Very disciplined. You guys, holy shit, man. All I can say is holy shit. What else can I say? The reason why I came on here laughing is because that is my reaction to the markets. And that is my reaction to reading the sentiment. It is insane. It is insane. How can you not understand this? At this point, how can you not understand how these markets work? I see the red. Dude, let me tell you what happened this morning. When I saw the markets, I was trying to figure out, how do I get in? I was literally sitting here trying to figure out what I can sell. What I can sell or what I can take out to get in. That was my mindset the entire morning. Right before I came onto the show and I was taking a shower and I was scrubbing this hair, washing the beard, moisturizing the face, I'm thinking, how do I get more? I'm here thinking, how do I get more? You guys are the laziest generation that we have ever had. And if today we all had to go to war, if we all had to go to war, our chances, and I'm talking about go to war with like aliens, our chances aren't looking good. Our chances are not looking good if we have to go to war with aliens from another planet. Because you guys are straight up pussies. Go ahead and clip that up. Play this on loop. I said so. That's exactly what you guys are. Again, if this does not apply to you, I hope that you don't get butthurt. Oh my Lord. Bitcoin, the best performing asset for the last 15 years. There's no asset that has performed like Bitcoin. Even right now, if you look at the percent, there has not been an asset that has performed like Bitcoin in the last 15. Y'all are crazy. You are right now. At this very moment, if you've been in the last bear, if you were in the last bear cycle, you are up right now. You are still in the green. Even if your asset is down 60%, you're still in the green. It's mind blowing. You sit back and it's really mind blowing. But should my mind really be blown? Because I've seen this so much, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. It's crazy. You guys have no conviction. What are your conviction plays, by the way? Can you tell me what are your conviction plays? What are the conviction plays? What are you really into? I love to hear this. The biggest problem this space has right now is that you guys are looking for the next one when you're already in one. I'm going to say this again. You're looking for the next one when you're already in one. You are still roaming around with this bear market mentality, and you will not stay in or go into a project if its market cap is over a million. No, excuse me. Let me rewind. If it's over $5, you're not going into the market cap. Excuse me. You're not going into the asset. If the asset's market cap is over $5, you're not going in. Regardless of who's in it, regardless of how good the motherfucker is, you're not going into it. Period. Said and done. It's the weirdest thing. You imagine if people had the same mindset about Bitcoin? You imagine if people had the same kind of mindset towards Ethereum? Holy fuck. Thank God you guys weren't around. The market is exhausted. Let me speak about the crypto market. It is exhausted from all the tokens, the 150,000 tokens that are coming out every fucking hour. The market is diluted and exhausted. There is no more money. You can't have 30 million tokens and have enough liquidity to be provided for all. Welcome to the breakdown. Episode 479, sponsored by Gemini, the good folks at Gemini, powered by G Media. My name's DG. Y'all already know. I'm not really mad, but it is upsetting to see the same people that you're consistently interacting with behave foolishly. I've gone into so many assets at $5 million, $10 million, $15 million entry points. I wasn't the first one, and that's fine. It is perfectly fine not to be the first person. But if the asset is good, if the meme is good, if the utility is good, who cares when you get in? Because most likely these things are going to billions. I went into Cardano. Look where it is. When Cardano came out, I went in. I wasn't the first one, but I've held strong. I went into Dogecoin when it was under a penny. I held strong. Like, I could keep going and telling you about things that I've gone into early and I've gone into late, and I still did well. I got into Bitcoin late. I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, 2012, 13 is pretty late. By your standards, I got into Bitcoin late. Look how Bitcoin's done. I mean, I'm going to use Bitcoin as an example. I went into Bitcoin late, and I'm laughing about it. I got into Bitcoin late, but look how it's done. Meanwhile, you guys are chasing around. I mean, like, you're chasing shit around. You really are. You're chasing vapor. Like, you are chasing things that don't have any substance to it. No foundation. No foundation will ever be built. 72 hours later, they will be gone. That's what you're chasing. You don't even put yourselves in a position to win. You've lost all your money. You've raced around so much chasing the next 1000x that you've lost your money. Don't believe me? Look at the people who swapped their goddamn Pepe for pork. Look at all those poor people that have millions of dollars in Pepe and they swiped it for pork. Because they couldn't sit on their hands and because they saw a pullback in Pepe and they thought it was over. And they actually believed the bullshit that was coming out, the lovely marketing that was put out there by the swine flu community. You swapped millions of dollars into pork and now you're sitting at zero. Maybe you deserve this, man. Maybe, you know what, actually, maybe you do deserve all this shit, man. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I was like, I continue to buy Crying Cat. I don't care what the market cap is. I don't even look at it. The only time I look at the market cap is when I need an entry. When I'm trying to figure out an entry, that's the only time I look at the chart. Otherwise, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Same thing with Bobo. I look at the chart just to figure out if it's a good entry to get in, to get more, position myself more. That's it. I looked at MOG today. I was like, oh, MOG's at 330, 345. Good. Sounds good. Pepe, the same thing. Same thing. I don't base these projects on price. I see how hard these projects are working, so I go into them. Wojak came back on ETH. I was like, okay, great. I love it. Let me get in. What are you doing? You really need to ask yourselves this question. No, seriously, you really got to ask yourselves this question. Am I really prepared? Am I really prepared for this run? Do I even hold the right assets? Have you guys even looked at your assets? I would love to see your assets. I would love to see what you guys are holding as conviction plays. I would really love to see. I can guarantee you 50% of this space is holding utter bullshit. So you guys only get excited when it's green. That's it. You guys only get excited when it's green. Meanwhile, I'm the opposite. I only get excited when it's red. I don't know if that's crazy. Shout out to all the other crazy motherfuckers just like me that get excited when it's red. Red days mean that I can accumulate more and I can get more position into assets that I have conviction in. That's it. That's how I look at it. When the markets go green and you guys start saying we're going to billions, we're going to the moon, we're going to Pluto, we're going interstellar, like Matthew McConaughey, I am ready to get the fuck out. Anytime I hear you guys get way too fucking bullish, you're talking about you're taking a SpaceX motherfucking rocket and going to Pluto, my ass is looking to exit. I'm looking to scale out. But David, are you scared? Are you scared that Bobo might be that it's over? No, bitch, I'm not scared. Why would I be scared? I just told you. Why would I be scared? Scared of what? Accumulating more and watching it. Like the motherfucker is programmed for bees. Why would I be scared? If you're giving me this kind of position, why in the blue moon would I be fucking scared? Every single book that I've read on investing, every single book that I've read by a trader, by an investor, every single one of them has gotten into their positions when the markets were red and when assets were undervalued. Every single one of them goes into the markets when they're bleeding. They do not go into the markets when they're green. Read any one of their books, and I can list it out for you guys. If you read their books, not one of them ever goes in to the green. And that is why they are the wealthiest people on the goddamn planet. They know when to get in, and they know when to get the fuck out. And I'll say this again. Some people might not agree with me on this, but you know what? You guys mentioned this word recession. By the way, we're probably in a recession, a silent one. But if they ever were to officially announce it, people are going to take their assets and go to safe havens like gold and like something called Bitcoin. And that is one thing I personally know for sure. These people will start looking at Bitcoin, will start looking at Ethereum as safe havens. And if you think for 1 second that these big institutions will actually allow Bitcoin to go into the 30s or 20s when they have come out with ETFs and they have bragged about them, they have told their clients about them, how Bitcoin is the next international asset, if you think they are going to scare their clients by sending this shit any lower, you're in need of mental help. They got a product to sell. They literally have a product to sell. Somewhere in the middle of September, we will see, in my opinion, you'll start seeing the market slowly recover. Which is weird that I'm saying recover when this is just choppy water. But you will see the green candles that you're praying to God for. Okay? Little Johnny over here, he's sitting here on YouTube. He's like this. He's praying to God. Dear God. By the way, you'll never hear a person who isn't over leveraged ever complain. It's in our crypto market, most people are over leveraged, and that's why they're complaining. They've gone 100% into some poo-poo doo-doo emu asset, and now they're fucked. And now the whole world's to blame except themselves. Except for themselves. Welcome to the breakdown. What episode is this? 479. Obviously sponsored by Gemini. Good folks at Gemini. Me and Gemini partners. Love it. Gemini's site is way more attractive now that I'm on it. And there should be a poll taken because I believe wholeheartedly Gemini is a much more attractive brand with me on it. So shout out to Gemini. You made the right choice. Big ups to G Media. We in the house. We got a lot of conferences to go to. Got a lot of conferences. Big time. Token 2049. We got the Bitcoin conference out. I can't even announce this. I almost announced it. And my head would have been chopped off by Leslie Moda. God damn it, I almost slipped. But I caught myself with an emergency brake. Now I'm here now. But we got a lot of things going. Guys, if you do want to sponsor the G Media team, go ahead and reach out to me or to Leslie. And we'll see if you're the right fit to go ahead and sponsor the G Media team at Token 2049 and the other events that we have lined up. All right. Done with that. Hopefully for the last 59 minutes of me talking about the markets has calmed you the fuck down. Hopefully has reset you. Maybe you're sitting down now, your heart's not racing at 155 BPM. Maybe you're relaxed now. Maybe you're like, okay, hold on. I was freaking out. I was sweating like a pig, but I'm good. David's here. David is here. That's right. David is here. He's calming us down. It's going to be okay. It's definitely all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. By the way, great news came out. Both administrations, the Trump administration and the Harris administration, or campaigns, I should say, they're talking with Coinbase on strategies on how to implement cryptocurrency in the United States of America. I don't really believe Harris, but I obviously do believe that Trump wants to make crypto great in the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen. And if Trump comes here and he makes crypto great, guess what? It will become great all across the world, meaning your assets, since this is all that you motherfuckers care about, will go uppity up. Because if Harris is elected, your assets and my assets are going uppity, down, down, down. And it's not going uppity. It's going just Dumpity down, down, down. Dumpity down, down, down. That's right. Go straight down. Why am I not in Korea? I just saw this on the X conversation side. Why would I be in Korea? I'm not in Korea this week. Why would I be in Korea? I have no idea what you're talking about. By the way, let me get on. I was waiting for Kaz to go ahead and reach out, but he said, I can't go on with my face, but if you send me the link, I can go on with my voice. Bro. The same. All right, we'll bring on Kaz. Kaz studies the markets. Kaz will go ahead and break down the markets for you, you silly little bitches. That's right. He's going to break down the market. He's going to make you feel all good and warm inside. Get your milk. That boy needs some milk. All right. You guys sit back and relax. Hug your bear. Okay. Go ahead and hug that bear. Hug a bear. Hug your little toy. Okay. Put on your pajamas. Bro, Kaz, you have the link. Okay, you're talking in the chat, but you have the link. You gotta click on the link. Oh my God. I swear to God, I'm leaving. I'm going to close down the show. This is crazy. What is happening? You got the goddamn link. I want to tell you guys it's going to be all right, but you know what? I think you guys have to figure that out. I don't want to tell you that everything's going to be okay. You have to figure that out. You go figure that out. I know what the market is going to do. You can go ahead and figure that out. I'm tired of holding hands. Okay? Social distancing right now is in full effect. Social distance. Okay? 6 feet, social distancing. That's what we're doing. Go replay my other shows. Go replay the other shows. Look at this, man. No wonder this is one of the highly rated shows on the X platform. How sexy I am. Handsome, nose fine. Jesus, man. I wish I was watching myself. All right, hold on. We got Kaz here. Let me bring on Kaz. Hold on. Let me just put Kaz's name out here. We are joined now live. We will be joined here by Kaz. Hold on. This is the only space that you can't get a person's real name. Okay, we're doing it differently. Traditional market, CNBC. Hey, we're live with David Gokhshtein. Anyway, hold on. I wrote markets wrong. All right, here we go. Let's bring this guy on. He knows his stuff. Yo, Kaz, what's going on, man?
What's happening? Can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
I do.
Listen, what's have you read any of these comments on Twitter?
Yeah, man. I guess they weren't listening to us the last time we spoke. It's a positioning thing. When I read these types of comments, that's when I know the market can actually begin to move, right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, people don't realize when you're levered long, 100x levered long to the upside, like these degens like to do, who's on the other side of that trade? Who's going to pay you all those millions of dollars that you're counting? You know, you're those chickens you're counting before they hatch, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to pay you? That's the institutions. That's the commercials. They're the ones on the other side of that trade, and they don't make billions and billions and billions of dollars because they're just giving out free money, right? So when I start seeing a timeline looking like it does now, that's when I know that markets are, at least getting ready, or at least positioning in a way that a sustained move to the upside is possible, right? because when you look at the way positioning was just a few weeks ago before August 5th, I pretty much knew that we were due for a pullback. Like that's just the way markets function. Once again, I refer people to the commitment of traders reports. I probably bring it up at least once a day, but I bet you no one's taking the time to actually look at the commitment of traders reports. But they tell you where money is actually positioned, and the price action recently has been actually productive price action in that it fixed the positioning situation that we were in before, meaning now we have institutions and commercials positioned in at the lows, and retail and small speculators, they sold those lows, and that's just the way, unfortunately, markets work. That's why you always hear stuff like 90% of retail traders lose money. It's because it's true. And it's because they'll wait for everybody to get extremely levered long. They'll wait for sentiment to be extremely bullish, and they can sit technically wrong for months like they were before as the markets were grinding up for 7 months. And then they just gave back all that move in like 3 weeks. The move that took 7 months, they gave it back in 3 weeks. And everybody was sitting there fucking losing their minds, right? But yeah, as far as this week, we had a 3-day weekend, came back. We had a pretty nasty Monday, pretty vicious sell-off on Monday. And today, what was significant about today is we had the JOLTS report. And I'm thinking, or what seems to have happened is that the JOLTS report came out rough. And Jerome Powell said he didn't want to see any more weakness in the jobs market, and it showed weakness, like pretty extreme weakness. And so we've got different Fed speakers coming out today and essentially saying that they're going to need to be cutting sooner than later. They're not basically one of the most hawkish speakers came out and said today, we're not going to be able to wait for for inflation to get down to 2% before we cut interest rates. So the market seems to be reacting in a way that it maybe is expecting interest rates to come sooner and harder than the market was previously expecting. So I'm hoping that is the straw, that the JOLTS reports today is the straw that broke the camel's back, and we can start this move to the upside, but only time will tell. Uh-oh. Can't hear you, David.
My bad. I think the Fed, my dogs are barking, so I didn't want them to get in the way of your lovely monologue.
I got you now.
But what I wanted to say was, it's I think the Fed's waited way too long to cut rates. I really do believe that. I think the rates should have been cut at least at least 3 months ago. I think that would have been for me personally sufficient enough.
Yeah, you're not alone. You're not alone in thinking that. There's a lot of people that think that, but historically, everybody thinks that, right? Because when they're raising rates, it's painful. It's really painful. A lot of times it creates recession. People's are paying more on their loans. It's a painful time when rates go up. It's harder to access money. Usually markets are down. And of course, people are going to say, I think you should cut rates. Please cut rates, right? But generally what happens is they cut rates too soon. And then what can happen is you just get the inflation will just reaccelerate. And essentially all that pain that everybody went through and that whole process of raising rates and holding rates higher for longer can end up being for nothing, right? If the inflation just picks right back up.
But you don't think they missed the runway? Like that's what I'm talking about. I know what you're.
Oh yeah, I do think so. And that's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that Jerome held rates too high, too long, and that we may be plunging into a recession. Because historically, it's a really hard thing to do. He's like doing surgery with a fucking hammer and a butter knife. He's doing brain surgery with a hammer and a butter. The only tools the Fed has is they can either print money, or they can raise interest rates, or they can decrease interest rates. So they're very blunt tools to deal with very, nuanced issues, right? And Yeah, so I think the job that they have with the tools that they have is a really hard one to do. And essentially, what Jerome Powell, he erred on the side of caution in his mind, meaning he would rather put the economy into a recession than allow inflation to kick back up. So that's the decision that he made. But I think a lot of people are in your camp, David, and they think he held it for too high for too long, and now we're in very iffy territory here.
Yeah, because I could sit back here and say like, okay, the rate they come out with rate cuts and this month. I don't know what kind of effect it has. Like I really don't. Like we can play it. We can play it whichever scenario you want to go ahead and take this into. But I don't know what kind of effect it will actually have. Like
Yeah.
my feeling is like if they come out with a rate cut, like can it really be Can it really be only 25 basis points?
So basically, do the
I'm thinking
CME.
out loud right now. By the way, just you see me on this
Yeah.
motherfucking camera right now. I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking like, yo, can it really only be 0.25? Maybe it
So
needs to be like 0.50.
yeah, so I think today the way the market is reacting and the stuff that some of the speakers are coming out and saying, they seem to be calling for more aggressive cuts, meaning a 0.5. But I personally think just knowing the way Jerome Powell has been and the way markets have been kind of seemingly calling his bluff throughout this entire process, I think he's going to play hardball and keep it to the 0.25. I think the markets are begging, and the people are begging him to go ahead and get on with it, cut the fucking rates, right? And
Because you're gonna do it
it,
anyway, right?
mhm. Yeah.
No,
So
no,
that's
seriously, they're going to
mhm,
do it anyway, Kaz. They're going
right.
to cut the market. They're going to cut the rates. Let's say if they want to cut the rate by like, well, what do you think? Let me ask you this question: how many rate cuts do you think are coming?
That is a tough one. I don't know.
If you had to
Here,
throw it out
let me
there,
let
nobody
me
holds
see.
you to anything. How many rate cuts do you think we need to have? How about that?
Like this year,
This year, how many rate cuts would you say we need to have?
I mean, I think they're probably going to cut it every meeting from here on out until they get to where they want it to be. So they're expected to implement 3 rate cuts in 2024. Um, I mean, that's basically so each meeting from here on out they're going to cut. The real question is how much are they going to cut now, right? Like that's the thing that people are talking about. So here's the thing. So people, they think that they want a 0.5 cut, but historically what happens when they cut rates more than what is expected, the markets panic and they think, "Oh shit, something's happening."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
a recession. A recession's coming. That's why he's cutting rates faster than expected, and then markets crash. So
Correct.
like it actually may be more bullish for them to cut 0.25 steadily and not surprise markets. But I think because the JOLTS report came out today extremely weak, and because he hinted, or he didn't even hint, he specifically said, I don't want to see any more weakness in the jobs market, right? And the jobs market was weaker than the weakest estimate, essentially. So they have like ranges, and the JOLTS report came out weaker than the weakest estimate that I saw. And so for me, that this was the one report that I think could have pushed him to cutting a half a point. But if they cut a half a point, that's not necessarily bullish. It's so hard to know. Like
Right.
I personally think that in this circumstance, if they cut a half a point, that the markets will rip, because I do think that there's a lot of people who are in the camp that a soft landing is still possible, just due to all the other macro factors. All there's so much liquidity on the sidelines, which that's not generally the case. So there's a lot of liquidity sidelined. They just printed a shit ton of the M2 money supply, and Yeah, there's multiple factors, but yeah, I think that if there was one thing that could have pushed him to cut faster, it was a JOLTS report the way it was today. So we may see a half point. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
This is a really good topic, and I think we should have like a show, whether it's on this show, on the breakdown, whether it's whether it's a spaces talking about rate cuts and how they work. I don't think a lot of people are educated on it. Like you just made a point, like if point five comes out, that does spook the market. I'm like sitting back and listening to you, and I'm like, fuck, holy shit, that's right. Like if we do come out with point five, that shit would scare the market. And I think I don't know how long it would scare the market, but like that is a signal like the market is fucked up. But we already know the market's fucked up, right? Like,
Yeah.
like I keep going back and forth with that. Like we
Well, that's
know
what's
this market's fucked.
that's what's so interesting is because from the beginning of the year, at the beginning of this year, there were supposed to be 8 rate cuts. He was supposed to get on with cutting rates pretty much right off the bat. And every time they'd have a meeting, he'd come out and say, essentially, we're data dependent. Right now, the data that we have does not show that we need to cut rates because everything seems fine. The economy seems strong. The markets were ripping. He said he'd basically be like, I don't see any reason to cut rates. And the market seeming like you would think that the market would taper off or even pull back on him saying that they're not going to cut rates. And the market just kept ripping, almost like they're calling his bluff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the market is a forward-looking indicator. The price moves, and then you get the news. So when I see the price action, I think, man, what does the market know that we don't? So I'm thinking like, I don't know. I mean, now that I've looked into it, I do know that there's some banks, for instance, who have loans coming due, and they're going to need to refinance these loans. I've heard rumors that there's people who think that when they go to refinance these loans, there's no way rates are going to be low enough, and they're going to have to print money, and that's why markets are getting ahead and pushing to the upside. I've heard all sorts of different theories, right? But essentially what has been happening and what's super interesting is, you always hear, don't fight the Fed, right? Markets don't fight the Fed. Like,
Correct.
and essentially he keeps not cutting rates. And in spite of that, the markets were just sending to the upside just until this last month, right? Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been some very interesting price action, and it's really hard to know what's going to happen. They could also cut a half a point, and the markets could send because they've been waiting for these cuts for so long. Maybe there's just so much pent up, need for these rate cuts. Maybe the markets digest it well. There's no way to know. So
We know there's a lot. There's one thing that I do know. There's a lot of money on the sidelines waiting. Now, the only thing that I don't know is what the fuck are they waiting for? And I don't think anybody knows unless you're in that fucking precious circle. What the fuck are they waiting for? Is it the rate cuts? Like honestly, like I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for.
So in the simplest terms, when rates are held high, money yields a return, right? So like even for a retail investor right now, say you have your money in like Interactive Brokers, your cash is returning 5%. Like, right? Because so when you're dealing with giant sums of money, and especially when you're dealing with other people's money, managed money, it's all about risk adjusted returns. So when you put your money out there in the markets, there's always risk, right?
Yeah.
So if you can just sit there in cash or in stables and return 5% for these institutions, that's killer. So they're like, why am I going to take any risk on, right?
Yeah.
But if I can just yield 5% holding cash, and so in my opinion, that's why there's just a bunch of cash on the sideline because the cash is yielding because interest rates are so high.
You know why I make that statement? Because at the same time, I'm thinking of crypto, right? Here, I don't know. I don't understand why you have this amount of money on the sidelines where they can take this money and go into, whatever Bitcoin ETFs or Ethereum ETFs. Like they can essentially do that, and it's a win for them, especially at these levels right now. So I don't know. Like I'm not talking about really more so the traditional markets. I can understand,
Right.
why Warren Buffett pulled out and why he's sitting on like, what is it, $900 billion of cash. Like, I get it. And I understand your point. I'm just more so like, when I said that, I was thinking about crypto. Because it's just like, this would be like a fucking win play for them. Because if you went in now and the markets recover, oh my God, they fucking forget about the 5%.
Yeah. So in my opinion, David, they are accumulating. So if you look at the commitment of traders reports, they are buying. Like they did buy those lows, but they can only. The thing is, like people don't understand, is these people are dealing with such epic sums of money that they can't sit there and just market buy as much as they want. That's why they say market makers, right? So that's why when you know institutions or commercials are accumulating, that's why they create these patterns, and that's what I do for a living. Is I find these patterns on charts essentially that can reveal institutional accumulation or distribution. And so like what they'll do is, because obviously if they buy too much, then they're going to raise the price of the asset that they're trying to buy for cheap.
Correct.
So instead what they'll do is they'll control price in a range, and they'll hold price right where they want it, and they'll accumulate it over time, right?
Yeah.
And that goes the same as if they're selling, right? They're not just going to market sell their entire position, because by the time they sell their last coin, they have just smoked the value of their own asset, right?
Correct.
So what they'll do instead is they'll like sell into bullish news, or they'll like when they're, we'll talk about accumulating, since that's what we think they're doing. If you look at like say the Ethereum chart, it's been in this range. So what they'll do is every time it tries to break out, they'll sell off the highs in a super scary way and get paper-handed people and soft hands to sell. And then they'll wick down at the bottom of the ranges, and they'll liquidate leverage. They'll stop out people, and they'll buy those coins at the lows of the range, and they'll sell into the highs of the range. The whole time they're adding to their position net, and they're keeping the prices synthetically at a low price, so that they can buy all of the coins at that low price until literally there's no more coins for sale in that range. And so that's why it's important to pay attention to these, because eventually by the time they're done accumulating in this range, it will aggressively move, in my opinion, away from this range, because they've simply bought all of the coins that are for sale there, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I do think that they are accumulating. You say, I don't know why they're not buying. They are buying, but they just do it in a very meticulous, thoughtful way.
I gotta word my questions differently. I do agree with you though. I 100%. Let me give you the horns, because that's exactly right. You are definitely right on that, Kaz. I gotta bring you on this week though. By the way, I know people are congratulating me. You're welcome for the markets right now. They look like they're green right now, so you guys aren't panicking as you were when the show started. So you are welcome. You are definitely welcome. Shout out to Kaz for coming on. Hopefully we can get Kaz on later this week. Kaz, you're willing to come on later this week? Let's say Friday.
Yeah.
Break down the market.
I'd love to, and I'll come on and maybe I can share some charts. We can draw some magic lines and some charts and stuff.
Let's draw some lines and let's perform some magic here.
I'd love to. Anytime.
Thank you, Kaz. I appreciate you. Thank you for getting up. Well, I know you're already up early, but thank you for coming on here and just breaking a few things down for us. Appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. Thanks for having me.
That is Kaz. Follow him, man. That's my man's right there, man. I love Kaz. Kaz is a good boy. Kaz is a good dude. Really good dude, man. Welcome to the Breakdown. Episode 479. Sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name's DG, founder and CEO of the Gokhshtein Media Network. That's right. That's right, boys and girls. Let me go ahead and get this off, because everybody be like, where the fuck is Kaz? And he's not here. 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when this show comes on. Monday through Fridays, we have people that do come on here to break down the markets, to talk about the markets. and other stuff, not just about the markets. We have a whole fucking thing lined up, and hopefully you guys will find it entertaining. We'll be talking about politics, obviously. Listen, there's like what is it, 75 days left or some shit. I don't know. I can't count. Somebody count it up for me. But we're very close to November, and it's a very important time, especially for the United States of America. And honestly, it's a very important time for the entire world, because whoever goes into office, be critical. It's critical. I'm gonna say it. It's a must for Trump to win. It's a must. Trump is a businessman. He understands the economy. He understands what needs to get done to go ahead and fix it. He understands what it. You know what? It's not even make America great again. I think it's make the fucking world great again type of vibe. So you got to vote Trump, and that is my endorsement for Donald Trump. So I'm voting for him. You got to vote Trump, man. I know you might be in love with Harris, and I don't know why and what reasons you have behind that, because I've never heard her do anything. And if you're judging her based on the on her VP role, well, she hasn't done jack shit, nor has Biden. So at this point, you got a choice to make. One, we can bring in somebody that is pro crypto, pro people making money, like pro fixing the economy. Like what we have here now is like complete dog shit. Okay, we are becoming, if we aren't there yet, we are becoming a socialist country, which hell nah, absolutely not. We got gangs taking over cities. Ladies and gentlemen. I've never seen this ever. We got gangs that taking over fucking cities, apartment complexes and shit. What are we doing? You want another term of this? You think this is all fun and games until it comes to your town? I don't think they're going to be very successful in Chicago. I mean, these gangs now are talking about they're going to take them out. This is crazy when you got to depend on a gang to go ahead and fix the situation. What are we doing? What are we really doing here? What is happening? Anyway, we'll get into those kind of topics. It is 12:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You've tuned in to The Breakdown, episode 479, which is sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. I hope you enjoyed the show. And as always, I'm going to leave you off with a quote, because I think it's good for the soul. I really do believe it is good for the soul. So give me a second. Let me read something here. By the way, thank you for the compliments. A lot of people are sending me DMs like, David, you look hot to death. You don't look your age. You look like you're in your third. I get it. I might have a show that literally breaks down men's health. Men looking good. Like some of you guys are 25 looking like you're 50. I can change that all around. Okay. We're going to hold a show about men's health, skin care, hair care, all that kind of care. So hold on. Let me get into the quotes though. I don't want to get too excited here. You gotta getting way too excited here. Hey, I'm just saying. All right. Hold on. Where the fuck is it? My quotes, man. Come on, man. Man, where the fuck are my quotes? Oh no, where the fuck are my quotes? I'm not leaving without quoting, man. I'm not leaving without the quote. Can't leave without the quote. Should have this ready though. All right, ready? Here we go. Quote of the day. Love you guys. A wise man once said, bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that honey is better than shit. Again, a wise man once said, bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that honey is better than shit. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I hope you finally checked your blood pressure and the blood pressure has come down and you're relaxed. Again, download, by the way, XTV, the application on your smart TV to watch me in high definition, okay? And high def. You imagine this face in high def? Oh my Lord, man. Imagine hearing me on your smart TV. Download that on X. That's really cool. There are people that are actually watching me right now on X. Not the drug, but X, formerly known as Twitter. Again, that's the quote of the day. That's actually a good quote of the day. I like that quote. Calm down. Everything will be okay. I know I started this show off laughing. I had the giggles, but I read a lot of your comments and I thought it was just fucking insane. For people to be here for this long, to talk the way they talk and speak the way they speak, it is fucking insanity. Insanity. We will make it. Not everybody will, but those who are focused will make it. If you are focused on changing the course of your family's history, you will make it. If you are not focused and not interested in the fuckery and the drama, I can promise you, you have a very good chance of changing things for your entire family. And I hope you do. I really do hope you do. Have a little bit more conviction. If you can't deal with the pressure, step outside for a few minutes, get some air, relax, and go right back at it. Seriously, if you feel a little bit anxious, if you feel it anxious, anxiety kicks in, panic attacks, guys, get off the motherfucking phone. Go outside. Go speak to somebody. Call a fucking family member. Don't entertain this fucking 24 hours, man. Take a break. It's not healthy. It's definitely not healthy. Shout outs to everybody who supports me, everybody who supports G Media. Shout outs to the entire crew at G Media for working extremely hard. Shout outs to Leslie. Shout outs to Tammy. Shout outs to the entire community, man. Let's do it big, man. Be good to each other, by the way. Be good to each other. Don't be like, seriously, it costs you absolutely nothing to be nice to somebody. Be good to each other, man. We're all here for the fucking same reason, man. All right? Stop fucking, coming out here and pretending that you got an 18-inch cock, man. It ain't the truth, okay? You don't have one. All right, on that note, we go ahead and play my theme music and we exit the show.
Time to take a chance to fly, feeling like I'm 10 feet high. Nightmares call.
Look at that. This is what you, yeah, I know. Take a picture and hang it on your wall.